welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, my name is Cass. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is part 2 of my moving series, which I can't believe this is happening. This has been such a whirlwind. If this is your first time watching me, essentially in a nutshell, I'm moving from New Jersey / New York area back to Hawaii, where I was born and raised. I've been in Manhattan, or I was in Manhattan for 2 years. Then I moved to Jersey City area, which is right next to Manhattan, for 2 years. And then I've been in this apartment in Newark for about 8 months. There's a couple reasons behind this. One, I just was simply not enjoying my time in New Jersey anymore. I just don't feel like the amount of money that I'm spending, which this apartment is $2,900. My basic living expenses every month are about $4,000. So given all of that, and that doesn't include like going out, that's just like basic necessities of groceries, subscriptions, utilities, Wi-Fi, all of that plus rent. The amount that I was paying versus a lifestyle was just not worth it for me anymore, and I recognized that the moment I landed back from the holidays, and I was just so sad and just recognizing that this isn't the lifestyle that I want anymore. I have to flip my eggs, but I truly believe that if you live in New York, the lifestyle that would actually make sense is for someone who loves to be social, loves to go out. My 2 closest friends here do love to go out, and they do love to have a good time and socialize, and so they're getting their money's worth in terms of living in the city. But for me, since I don't really do any of those things, it almost just feels like a waste at times, because the only thing keeping me here was my business. I'm gonna switch you guys back here. If you watched my previous videos in the past few months, then you would know that my business has been burning me out so much, and I recognize that the way that I'm operating my business, which if you don't know, I have an influencer brand event agency where I do full service event planning. I provide the catering, the decor, the planning, execution, the day of, the content creation, the email communication with all the influencers. So I do all of that for one brand, for a small business. And because I work with a small business, my fees are a bit lower. So it just feels like I'm just not getting what I need to get out of that. Plus, my body is aching for days after, and I'm just essentially overexerting myself. I realize that long term, that's just not gonna scale. That's not gonna be sustainable. And because I thought of that and I wanted to switch my business to being remote, then the idea of I don't really have to be here then if that's the case. I do have another business called the Social LUXE Club where I have an entrepreneurial community for small business owners, and I do networking brunches, and I recently started doing co-working sessions, so that's in person. However, I've had that for almost 3 years at this point, and of course with different trial and errors, different ups and downs, but I am at a point now where I'm confident in switching it to virtual for now, and maybe doing like 1 or 2 brunches in New York and possibly doing it in other cities. But for me to grow a more virtual membership would work long term. So I'm seeing all of these different pockets and recognizing that I don't have to physically be here. The only reason why I stayed was because of my business, when in reality there are so many times where I told my family if I didn't have my business out there, I would come back home. And so God was working in my life, because right when I came back home from the holidays, I prayed and I asked them to help me transfer my business into something that I can do from home. And I never really thought of it being more virtual, but the agency would now switch into something that essentially is just the planning, no execution, just the planning, the spatial planning, the design, the outsourcing, and the vendor communication, rather than everything on the day of will be with the small business and their team or their family and friends who are helping. And I'm just excited about that. Of course, there has been a ton of moving parts with this, and it's not just like a black and white. I haven't honestly been working in my business for at least a month because of how many different moving parts there are. So the reason why I mentioned that is because all of this was happening, and I realized that after this lease is done, which is October, I was gonna move home. So I move to another state. So I was already having that in the back of my mind, and every day that passed, the more and more I just wanted to leave, because I'm someone that if I'm not happy in a situation, or if I, want change to happen, I'm gonna do it as quickly as I can. From the moment I landed, I wish that I could have just gone back home, but I was willing to stick it out. Okay, so fast forward to why I'm moving in 5 days. So I'm going back home in May. This is banana bread, by the way. I made chocolate chip banana bread, and then from Aldi's I found this cinnamon sugar butter. Look how amazing that is. And I'm just gonna heat it up and then put this butter on top. It's gonna be really good. I have a call in 15 minutes, so I just wanted to get a quick little breakfast in before that, and then after that I have to go into the city because I have my last client event tomorrow and I need to go to Whole Foods to get flowers and whatnot. So I was already planning on going home because my family and I are going to Japan. So I was gonna go home for 2 months, and when my mom was visiting me here in April, she kind of just sprinkled the idea of like, what if you were to just move back in May and try to, you know, break out of your lease? And I was like, I never actually thought about that because of all the things that I have going on. About a week and a half ago is when I got the green light that, okay, we'll approve of this. And so in the past week and a half, I had my event last week Saturday, which is my last networking brunch. But then I have been moving and putting everything together. And this is all the things I have for tomorrow's event, which is the last influencer event. So there's just a lot of things. I sold all of my furniture, or almost all of my furniture. I just have these 2 bar stool chairs, and then I have my mattress that's gonna go in storage. This smells so good. I wish you could smell this. This is a peanut butter Nutella, or peanut butter chocolate banana bread with cinnamon butter on top. Okay, I need to try this. When I was trying to change my address online to forward my mail, they couldn't verify my identity, so I have to go in person, so I have to do that. And then I have to go to Whole Foods to get the flowers and last minute things for tomorrow's event. And then I have to come back because I have 2 calls. This is the first bite. And then I'm going back into Jersey City to meet my friend Alex to tell her goodbye and give her her birthday present, because her birthday was in January, but we haven't seen each other in a while. Why haven't I done that sooner? That cinnamon butter has been sitting in my fridge for about 2 weeks, maybe even more, because I thought I'm just gonna put on my pancakes. But I haven't made pancakes in a while. This is the best. All of this has happened the past 7 days, because when I found out that I got the green light to move, it was exactly 13 days. 7 days later, I did as much as I can, plus I still have to work and prep for this event. I executed an event on Saturday, had to clean that up, then I had to move it. It was a lot. But I'm honestly just so grateful, because as a Christian, like, I just give it all to God. Like, I probably would have been running around with my head cut off at this point, but because I just start my morning with prayer, I end my day with prayer, like, I just feel grounded in all of this. That was a very, very long intro, but after my call, I'll give you a quick tour around my apartment, what's happening right now, and then I have to go into Jersey City. So my call went over by 30 minutes, which typical, to be honest, but I just really want to talk to her, and when someone has like more to say, I just want to listen as much as I can. I didn't have another call after that, but that did cut into my schedule. So instead, what I'm going to do, it's 1:30, my next call is at 3 o'clock. So I'm just gonna walk to the Chase in my area. I have to get a certified check to move out. I have to pay my concession fees back, and I have to pay out the moving fee and the lease adjustment fee. So a lot of money, but gonna get a certified check to pay the leasing office to complete my entire agreement and solidify everything. So something that I didn't mention that I wanted to mention was what is happening with the Social Luxe Club, because I had all those events. So after I made the decision, after, you know, I found out my grandpa was in the hospital, honestly at that point nothing really mattered to me. I just really wanted to go home to be with my family, because I have been in and out of Hawaii for 9 years at this point. If I am gonna move to another state, which I probably will in the near future, it's not gonna be until a full year, because I just want to spend as much time with my grandparents, because they are getting very old. They're all in their mid 80s to late 80s, and I just don't want to regret, you know, staying out in the mainland, because I come back twice a year, but it's not enough. Emailed everyone that I was talking to about the conference, and essentially just told them that I'm going to postpone it to 2027. I don't know when in 2027, but I'm just going to move it to next year, because I still could have executed it, but with the level of care and attention and all the things that need to happen, it's gonna be hard for me to do that while away. Thankfully, I didn't sign the contract with the venue yet, which I also feel like is another God-given blessing, because there was stuff, I had intuition. Before I even found out about my grandpa being in the hospital, like I had intuition. I was reading the agreement, I was gonna sign it, and I was like, I just need to wait. I need to wait. Something feels off, I don't know what it is. And then another 7 days went by and I was gonna sign it again. I was like, I just need to wait a few more days. Like, I just feel like I feel off about something. And then a couple days after that, I found out about my grandpa, and I was like, thank goodness, because those contracts are so binding, and that it's an expensive venue too. So yeah, that's kind of where everything is standing right now. I have to relaunch the agency too. I haven't posted on the agency page for a couple of months, honestly, because I just haven't been feeling that connected with it, and until I figured out exactly what the root problem was, which was burnout from my own business, that switching to this new virtual concept is just gonna work better for me. So I'm gonna relaunch that when I get home. So before I leave, I'm gonna just give a quick walkthrough of my apartment right now, because it's a big mess, so please, no judging. So this is the front door. I'll show you guys in maybe probably the next video when everything is out, another like last minute tour. But if you want to see what my apartment looked like before I move in, then watch my move-in vlog. I posted that in January. And also what I did not mention, which you would have known if you watched the first video, but I moved here in September, but I posted my moving vlogs in January. So I've been here for a while, but it seems like I haven't been because I posted it way later. So this area here is all the things I'm taking for tomorrow's event, which is a lot of things. Then I moved everything out of my closet into the living area because last night I finally sold my bed frame. So now everything is pretty much out here besides in my bedroom. My bedroom is a big mess, so I don't know if I'm gonna really show in detail everything. But this is what I have accumulated over the past couple of years from doing all these events. And I have a lot of tech equipment. I gave away a ton of my event things because the more stuff I have, the bigger storage I need to pay for, and I just didn't want that. And realistically, if I'm not gonna use something when I come back, then I might as well just deal with it right now. So I've been putting a lot of stuff up on Facebook Marketplace to give out for free, and people are taking it, so it's been helping me a lot. Here's my bedding in here, towels and extra loofahs I didn't use. And then here's more bedding, and then stuff for my bathroom that I'll leave here. And then this is my bedroom right now. Very plain, no bed frame. My closet, I pretty much, for the most part, emptied out. I'm gonna bring home pretty much all of these tops here and then put all of my dresses in storage. And then down here is a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I have my bags, I have my sleepwear, beauty products. I'm slowly starting to put into Ziploc bags. And up here are bags that I have to figure out again how I might have to leave maybe one of like the beige bag here. I'll probably leave most of these bags in storage. And on this side I have the clothes that I'm gonna keep. I bought more of those Ziploc bags which should be delivered. I have my Cricut stuff here that I have to put this in a bigger bin once it clears out after the event. Also, my checklist is slowly getting done. I shared this checklist in the previous vlog, but this is my moving checklist. So far I signed the agreement, I signed up for a storage unit, I coordinated with the movers, I forwarded my mail, my business mail, but for my personal, they couldn't verify me, so I have to go to the post office to solidify that. I canceled my health insurance for New Jersey, and I moved my flight because I had to move it back. I changed my addresses on all the cards, my credit cards and my debit cards, because I have one for each business, so it's a lot. Okay, I'm back, got the certified check. Everything's good, and guess what? No chairs. She ended up being in my same apartment building, and obviously like I'm posting photos, and so she had a hunch that we were in the same apartment building, so I just rolled it out of the cart and she picked it up at my door and just walked away with it. And we were just chit-chatting, and she's a photographer, and she's like, oh no, like we could have like met earlier, because she moved in December, I moved in September. 5 minutes before my meeting, I have a couple of things from Amazon. Let's see. Bowls, last minute bowls, because I didn't realize I had none left for the grazing table tomorrow. Next, I got these off-white cream chiffon table runners or tablecloths. I'm doing a tablescape with some scrunching and draping and chiffon for my client tomorrow, so I needed a few more because I didn't realize how many I need per table, which is kind of a lot. So I got another one. After this, no more adding inventory because I've accumulated so many things over the years, which I had mentioned in the previous video, which is why I'm switching into doing a different type of like virtual event planning, because one, I can lower my prices even more for my clients, but secondly, I don't have to deal with the actual things. So I can just hire, or I can just communicate with other vendors. I did not vlog this entire morning because I was running around prepping everything, but I'm at the space right now. It's event day, my last client event, and of course, not everything is going right, per usual, but we're gonna get through it because it's gonna be a really nice event here. And nothing is done in this area because they didn't know they needed to put tables and chairs. I don't know how that happened, but so now I have to do this all by myself, put this all together, because typically it would already be out and ready. And then plus the photo in the space did not, it had white chairs in all the photos, but apparently those are not theirs. It was rented or it was someone else's event. So now I have to put all these chair covers on, which is probably gonna take about like 30 minutes. Or I did not prepare for that, so I'm gonna have to do that really quickly. But overall, the space is really nice, and yeah, now I have to rush. Night. The event turned out perfect. There are quite a few influencers who didn't come, but they were sick or just like did a no-show, but the people who were in the room were amazing, and the founder Shmarli was so happy with the event, so I'm glad. It was a little emotional because there are a few girls out there that have been with me from the beginning, since my very first official event in November 2024 all the way until now, April 2026. So it's been just an amazing time, and the photographer Ashley, who was there, she's been with me on the club side more so. She joined the membership when I had that active. She comes to the events. We shared a little tier together because we just have gotten, you know, pretty close over the years. And then Imani and Stephanie, who are influencers that were there from the very beginning, they made me cry kind of a lot because they were crying, and I said this in my previous video, I think, but I just don't realize that I made an actual impact until people tell me. And so when people are crying, telling me how much I've impacted their lives here, it just makes me realize that I am really hard on myself sometimes, and I just don't recognize my own accomplishments and my own value. And it was just nice to hear, to see like the impact. Like Ashley told me her business would not be where it is today if it weren't for me. The influencer said that I was the first person who's ever made them feel seen as a creator and heard and valued, and that just makes me feel really good, and it just feels like my time here was well spent. and I did all that I could for the time that I had, and I feel good walking out this way. I did everything that was on my list of things to do, and I don't feel like I'm leaving with any regrets. So yeah, and I'm kind of slowly telling people now. I just wanted to get this event over with because it was insane, all the things I had to do. And so now the next step is all about moving out and packing, and I have to undo all of that tomorrow, and then I have all these boxes to go through. Hi guys, I'm about to leave the house. It is the next day. Barely made a dent in packing, to be honest. I pretty much just only packed my kitchen things in there, and then I unpacked all of my event stuff, which was good. I'm gonna give that away tomorrow. But right now I'm about to head into the city because I'm going to Ama, which is my favorite place in Manhattan for Asian fusion food. I'm gonna meet Kylie and Jenna there, and it'll be our official goodbye dinner. Okay, I'm with Kylie again.
Guys, it's past last time almost for now while she lives here. But
what do we got?
One of our favorites. This is the yuzu shrimp, crispy on the outside, sauced very well.
Yum.
This is the lobster bao bun. This is for a special night.
It's a new addition.
Yeah, we don't usually get it, but since it's here last night, we're splurging. And then this is our favorite, the crispy tuna rice.
And your drink that you
Oh, my lychee martini. It's the best here. If you're ever in New York City, Bravo has the best lychee martinis. West Village location.
First out of 5 of the night. We're trying something new. That looks so good. Lobster, uni, udon with poche.
Yum.
We're waiting for the Ama princess, aka Jenna, her food. Waiting for her patiently. We just ordered it, so it's nice, hot and fresh. She's about to walk in any minute. We have her wine,
Crisp glass of white wine,
and our udon leftovers.
we left our wine.
Hi guys, it is now Saturday, and I'm officially gonna start packing things into the suitcase. But first, I just got some more of these jumbo plastic bags that I'm gonna put the rest of my clothes that I'm not gonna be taking back home. I'm honestly so exhausted, so bloated, haven't worked out since I decided to move, so basically almost a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. I don't have a lot of casual clothes because a lot of things are meant for colder weather, plus I just have a ton of basics. So I know that I'll be getting a revamp for my wardrobe when I go home. Doesn't look like much, but this is the ending progress before I head out. Cleared out, don't like the floor, there's so much stuff on the floor, but the clothes wise, I was able to put everything in this bin, started packing up there, and then I filled up my suitcase with all my clothes. So pretty much my clothes are set, good to go. I also am gonna decide to check in this Bay's Weekender to put probably like my shoes and other random things. But this is where we left off, and it will continue tonight. Made some blushing. We're in the New World Market.
We have a potato noodle soup and some fried dumplings, and then they have a Kung Fu Tea Select here, which I guess is like limited edition items on the menu. I'm not sure. It's new, but I got a jasmine snowbud and a passion fruit green tea.
Yum!
Yay!
Next, we have
Some Peking duck bao buns. Ready? Cheers!
literally kids crying over there.
Cheers! First dessert of the day. Sweet potato mochi with salted egg inside, I think. I love that they wrapped it individually.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll take a picture after I bite it. Mmm.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever had sweet potato mochi before. This is corn cheese fried chicken. Kylie's dream.
Cheesy, I know. I can't wait to try it.
Next, matcha,
Mashed taro.
red bean.
Yep.
And I got coconut milk with sesame paste. Paste with mochi. We're at the Golden Sponge. We're making our own mochi. Make our own filling.
the matcha and with strawberry.
Hi guys, it's the next day and this morning was pretty productive. Well, it has to be because I need to get rid of all my things and pack everything up. The roadblock that I'm running into right now is I don't have enough suitcase space, and I originally was gonna have two suitcases and one this base weekender bag here. This was gonna be the third one, but I didn't realize how expensive it is to have multiple check-ins because I've never had, actually I would say I've probably had like 3 max before, but not with United. I used to take Hawaiian. So the first bag I think is like 45, second bag is like 60-ish, but then the third bag is $200. So I refuse to pay $200 for a third bag, plus the first and second are most likely going to be overweight, so they're probably going to be an extra, I don't know, like $50 for each bag. I really don't know, but I don't want to have to pay an extra $200 because then I'm going to be paying basically $400, almost $500 just to bring myself home. Here's the first suitcase, which I'm going to have to, I already took out some extra clothes, but I'm going to continue to do so because this side has some clothes as well that I'll probably just have to leave because realistically I'm just, yeah, I'd rather just leave it here if I think that I'm not going to use it. This is fine. This is the second one. The reason why it's so difficult is because it is such a small suitcase. I got this in a set of 3, but this one is so tiny that I'm probably gonna have to take out a couple of dresses and a blazer here. This is just my extra office stuff. These are my repurchases, my rebuys that I got from the Sephora sale. This is this extra shampoo and stuff I didn't use yet. My microphone things, extra shampoo. So they're just toiletries that I'm just bringing home, and then golf balls. So, oh, and my Dyson and my makeup as well. Alex is here.
Hi, I'm about to cook food.
We're doing our goodbye lunch. Okay, so we got summer rolls, chicken, no beef pho, and then we got this banh mi. What's in here? The noodles. Our spread, so lovely. Beef pho, banh mi, summer rolls. And now for dessert, we have what was left in my freezer. We have my apple fritter cake, my favorite. This cinnamon toast crunch chocolate banana cake. Then we have the chocolate banana bread. And then we have my also second favorite is the banana cake with cream cheese frosting and vanilla ice cream. How do you feel, Alex?
I'm excited to eat this, but I'm really sad you're leaving. But that means I get to visit you.
Yes.
And I get to go to Hawaii. So
that's what every huge update, guys. I'm basically all ready to go. So here's what I have left. I just have random things on the counter to put away, find a place for them, pack them up. Front area, I just have, well, this is ready to be taken tomorrow. And then I have my carry-on here. And just again, little random things to put away. That blue thing is the cupboard that's gonna go on my mattress tomorrow. And then I have this empty box that's gonna put my comforter and stuff tomorrow. And then here is everything else all ready and packed. And then in here, pretty much everything is empty. Linen closet, empty. I'm gonna do one more load of laundry tonight with the clothes that I'm wearing, so I have as many clean clothes as I can. This, all empty. This is the coat closet with my shoes. Pantry, empty. And then the fridge, pretty much empty here, besides just a few things. The freezer basically empty besides the vanilla ice cream, which I'll throw out in the morning. Oh, and then I'll also take out all of these. Forgot about that. Look how crazy this is. None of my supplement containers fit, so I had to put them all in Ziploc bags. This looks insane. There's so many vitamins in here, but this is gonna somehow fit in my luggage. I don't know how, but it will. Coming along here, my bathroom just has all of my toiletries that I'll be using tomorrow. And then my makeup bag is pretty much set, and then I'd have my cleaning supplies, but everything else is cleaned out here. Last but not least, we have the bedroom. You can finally see the floor. My room just has a bunch, they just have a bunch of random stuff. And then my closet is clear, besides, you can hear my echo again, besides my vacuum, which I'm gonna vacuum around in the morning, and then I'm also gonna Swiffer as well. But guys, we're coming to a close for this era. My friend Alex was here, as you guys saw, said bye to her, teared up, and now I feel okay now. But tomorrow's officially move out day. I'm staying in a hotel tomorrow, so I'm gonna start a new vlog because it's gonna be a whole thing tomorrow, putting everything in storage and whatnot. Probably won't vlog that portion, but I will vlog in the morning and when I come back from the movers. It's been such a crazy ride here, and the more I talk to people and say my goodbyes, I'm just filled with a lot of gratitude and just a reminder that I did a lot while I was here, and I feel good about all the things I did. I'm leaving with no regrets, and I'm excited for my next chapter, whether it's staying in Hawaii for longer or just staying in Hawaii for a year and traveling or moving to another state. Who knows, but I appreciate you guys being here and supporting the journey with everything that I do. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to sharing the next moving vlog with you guys, which is officially moving day. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye guys.